Hey guys, welcome back to Phil Plays TCG. I know it's been a little bit, I apologize. I was out of town for a while and just kind of busy with work and life. But let's be real here, there hasn't been a whole lot of interesting news to talk about when it comes to Fusion World besides the reveals. And as much as I hate the pace of these reveals, we are a little over 2 weeks away from the official launch, because today is the 24th at the time of recording this video. It is the 24th of April, and the set comes out the 10th of May, which is 16 days away. 17 days away. And we still have like 80 something cards that have not been revealed. But anyway, that's a completely different topic. We are here talking about the alt art cards. The attacks, the reprints, the leaders. We're just talking about alt art cards today. And yeah, this will be a fun time because I will admit these cards are fire. They look amazing, and I'm excited to talk about them with you. First and foremost, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do like Dragon Ball Super Fusion World content. You are in the right place, and we would be happy to have you here. We'll make that a quick little intro here for YouTube stuff, but let's talk about the alt art cards, starting with the Reprint Attacks that they are going to be releasing in Set 2, which are reprints cards from the starter decks and Set 1. First and foremost, the card that was first revealed of the attack reprints was Kamehameha, or Kamehameha Wave. I keep switching back and forth between them lately. It is a reprint from starter deck 1. It is an amazing looking card. I love the artwork on this. But yeah, this card isn't seeing too much play lately in a lot of red decks. Red decks seemingly are going away from using a lot of extra cards. They're typically only running maybe like Awakening to Super Saiyan or Mafuba. But I still think this is a fantastic card and still holds great value and is a long... It's like, what's the term I'm looking for? It is protected long term because it's just a good one-drop red extra card. I love the artwork on it. I think it looks really cool. Next up, we have the Final Hope / reprint. Now, here's my thing. When they showed off Kamehameha, I was like, okay, cool. They're reprinting attack cards from the starter deck, meaning we're going to get Gallic Gun. That didn't happen. Blue instead got Final Hope / a reprint from Set 1. And as you can see here, it is the only reprint not from the starter decks. So, slight spoilers for the next two. I really like Final Hope / It is one of the best blue extra cards in the game. Unfortunately, though, it is not the best. I think the best one is still Gallic Gun, and I'm a little upset that we didn't get Gallic Gun reprinted. Especially since this card is pretty easy to come by in Set 1. So I don't understand why we didn't get a Gallic Gun reprint, which is only available on the starter deck, which I feel like is currently being run more often. It is a generically good extra card for blue decks. Final Hope / is not bad, but most people aren't running a full playset of this anymore. Maybe in Control Trunks running 2 or 3 copies, but regardless, I do like the artwork a lot. I love the way like blue foil looks on these cards. But yeah, it's a really, really good card. I just wish it had been Gallic Gun. Next, we have one of the banes of my existence. Gigantic Meteor was reprinted. It is a reprint from Starter Deck 3. And let me tell you why I hate this card. It is a 1-drop 25k boost, essentially, to any green deck. Because it normally is a 15k boost, which is fine for one. That matches Gallic Gun, Kamehameha, the other one that I can't think of right off the top of my head, but we're gonna see it. And then you get, but you get a 10k boost if you are over 6 energy. Which, I mean, for green, let's be honest here, it's gonna happen. A lot of green players will hoard this card in their hand until the very end, and they'll drop 3 of them at once for either defense or offensive purposes. So I was really hoping, like, crossing my fingers that this card was going to be limited or banned in the upcoming sets. But unfortunately, with this reprint being chosen, I don't think that's going to happen. I do think this card is a little overtuned. It is just because the fact that this card gets out of a super combo, which is you throw this on there on attack power. So on when you're attacking, boom, your attack's now 25k higher. Your opponent has to drop a super combo and a 10k to get out of it. And I think that it's a better super combo. It's just so good. But yeah, the artwork is amazing. My brother Mike loves this card. It is very beautiful. The pictures don't do it justice. I cannot wait to get my hands on these cards in real life. And finally, we have Death Ball. This is a reprint from Starter Deck 4. Like I said, all of these cards have been reprint from Starter Deck cards except for Final Hope Slash. The card art on this, I really like this. It heavily reminds me of the scene from the anime where Frieza decides to, blow up Namek. The card looks amazing. This card, once again, is also not run typically in a lot of blue decks. Not blue decks, obviously. It's not run in a lot of yellow decks right now because, once again, yellow is primarily focusing on using spamming wide boards, so they don't put in a whole lot of extra cards in their decks. But I feel like this card, once again, is future-proofed. That's the term I was looking for, future-proofed, to be a card usable in the future. So yeah, this card is really solid, and artwork is very, very good. Now we're going to move on to some of the other alt arts in the set. Oh, once again, these are the 4 reprint attacks. And because I've been getting this question a lot on my channel, these are all available in set 2. They will be in the booster boxes. They are just extra rarity cards you can pull. So good luck with your booster boxes when they come out in about 16 days. Next, we're going to talk about the alt art cards in blue. Now, of course, by the time of recording this video, we have not seen the alt art secret rares, but at this point, I'm like, I'll just make another video about them. But also at this point, we've got all the alt arts for the other, for every other card, so why not just show these off? For the alt art cards in blue, we have the 3-drop Vegeta, 2-drop Zamasu, and 4-drop Fused Zamasu. These all look amazing in my opinion. I cannot wait to get these cards because these are all, in my opinion, very good staple blue cards. 2-drop Zamasu is not going to be used in every excuse me, in every blue deck going forward. And same thing with Vegeta. The Fused Zamasu is almost a guarantee you want to throw that into every blue deck. It's so good. Now, these are going to be more specific to, like, oh, this Zamasu is going to want to be played in the Goku Black decks, and then Vegeta is something you would see in more of Vegeta and Trunks, and I mean, heck, even Fused Zamasu. Once we get more cards revealed in the set, maybe Fused Zamasu will be a more competitively viable build, but right now, that's a whole other video too. I really like these cards though. Especially this Zamasu here. I just love his eyes. They're menacing and kind of goofy at the same time, but the artwork on these cards, like I said, these pictures do not do it justice. These are all beautiful looking cards. Next up, we have the yellow alt arts, which we have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Bulma, and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Right off the bat, like I said, cards look gorgeous. These don't do it justice. I love this scene because it reminds me of when Goku first turned Super Saiyan Blue in Resurrection F. I love the foiling, the glow, the blue aura. So good. Bulma, I mean, gotta have a waifu card in a set, I feel like. And Bulma is one of the waifus of Dragon Ball. And the card's solid. I haven't got a chance to play it more. I was heavily testing blue last weekend, so I haven't had a chance to test this out, but so far it looks like a solid card. Now this card right here is probably one of my favorites in the set because it is just Vegeta molly-whopping Frieza. It's so funny to have. It's rare you get a card with 2 characters on it, and this card just looks awesome. It's a great scene from the movie where he's just beating the crap out of Frieza. I love this. I want to own this card very badly. I just want one. Just give me one. Next up, we have the green alt art cards, which I really like these as well. They're all great. I really like these. Future Trunks, the scene where he becomes a Super Saiyan for the first time. You have Future Gohan, which my brother loves Future Gohan, and this card was amazing looking. And then, of course, we have Cell. Cell is... it's very imposing looking Cell. I love it. It's not on the same level as the the Vegeta alt art from set 1. I think that card is one of the best looking alt arts in the entire game so far. But this card is very imposing. And yeah, I think green, I don't plan on playing a whole lot of green next set. I just kind of don't like it as a principle. But these cards all look great. I love the future. I'm glad Future Gohan and Future Trunks got an alt art. And of course, Cell being one of the next 8-drop big bad, getting an alt art is understandable. Card's also a menace. I tested against this card a bit last weekend, and this card is ridiculously good. All three of these cards, ridiculously good in my opinion. And finally, we have the alt art red cards from this set. Kefla, Android 17, and Gohan. And these cards are all fantastic. All of them are great. Kefla being able to free play a 3-drop tournament of power card like Android 17, like Gohan. I did test into these decks as well. All three of these cards are fantastic, especially Kefla and Android 17. I love the artwork on these, though what I will say is probably my favorite of these three is going to be Gohan here. It's a red card with a blue filter on top of it, because obviously Gohan's using the Kamehameha wave, and oh my god, it looks so good. It's absolutely a gorgeous card, but all of these look amazing. All of these are incredibly powerful. You should definitely try to get them for your collection. Next, we're going over the alt art leaders as well. First, starting off with Super Saiyan God Goku, or Godku is what we are referring it to in the community. I really like this artwork. I love the Super Saiyan God transformation. It's one of my favorite forms in Dragon Ball. And this one I feel like does it better justice than the original art. The aura looks amazing. The art style, I don't know, you just see more of the form and more of the body of Goku in this than this one. I feel like it's a weird angle. So yeah, I love this card. I definitely want to own the alt art. Even if I don't play the deck, I just love the artwork. Next up, we have Fused Zamasu. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of on the fence about the artwork of this card. Overall, I do feel like Fused Zamasu, as it stands right now, and of course we are missing 80 plus cards of the reveal, this leader just feels bad. So I will be doing more testing on it once we get the reveals, but hopefully we get the reveals well before the set actually is released. But when it comes to the alt art leader, it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of this artwork though. I get it, he got that grotesque looking arm in the anime, and I just really don't like it. I wish they would have done something more elegant or sleek with the design, kind of like similar to the front side. But overall, I still think the artwork looks great. It's still well drawn, well foiled. I like that stuff. I'm just not a fan of big arm Zamasu. So yeah, let's head on down to the next one. This one is very well done in my opinion. We have Cell. I liked the normal art of this leader, but the alt art, it's the scene where he comes back after blowing himself up, killing Goku, and he just does the little like tapping thing, like, oh, as long as a cell in my head survives, I can continuously regenerate from nothing. And this is a scene most fans are going to have ingrained into their heads. So this is a great pose, great artwork for this card. It's awesome. This leader is also pretty good too. Playing into it this weekend as well during testing, it slaps. It does what green does, which is overpower the crap out of you. Solid card, great artwork. It's awesome. And then finally we have Yellow Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I liked the artwork originally on this card, but the alt art looks crisp. This is great art. And once again, I love just blue foiling on cards. I don't know what it is about it. I just really enjoy it. This looks awesome. When he first transforms into a Super Saiyan Blue against Frieza, this is a beautiful looking card. It's just lots of blue, lots of different shades of blue. These slashings of gold foiling looks wonderful. I really like this card. I cannot wait to own this, and this is honestly one of the leaders I'm looking to play next set. And yeah, I really hope in my boxes I pull one. And finally, to wrap this up, these are me and Michael's favorites of the alt arts. As you can see here, our number one, I think we agreed on, like, it was going to be one of these two. Mainly. But I also, I really like the Zamasu. These are all of our favorites. The Gohan, like I said, we just love the shadowing on the card, the foiling. It looks great. Vegeta mollywopping Frieza looks fantastic, and I just can't get over how good Zamasu's eyes look, how menacing he looks in this card. It's just a lot of different colors meshing well together. So yeah, these are our favorites, and we hope to pull many copies of these, or acquire them at least if we can't pull them. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. Like I said, and if you follow me on our community page here, you've seen that I'm very, like both of us, Michael and myself, are very upset with the lazy reveals that they have done. And what I mean by lazy is that, like I said, by when set 1 was being revealed, 2 weeks prior to the official release, we had all cards revealed, all alt arts, all commons, rares, uncommons, everything. The fact that we're still missing 80-something cards and we are now 16 to 17 days away from release is absolutely unacceptable. We don't understand why this changed. Now, if they are going to drop just every common one day, every uncommon one day, every rare the next day, I mean, sure, fine, but like, we really wanted to get some testing in with these cards before the set officially dropped, and it just looks like we're not going to get that. It is also unfortunate that a lot of people may not have bought their cases or pre-ordered a lot of stuff because they were waiting to see the reveals first, and because they didn't get the reveals in early enough, they either didn't buy product or they bought it on a hope that things would work out. So, like, it would be worth the money, but I don't know. We still have the secret rares and officially the ghost rare, as far as I'm aware, of alt arts. So we'll see how that turns out. But anyway, thank you so much for checking out this video once again. Like I said, if you like Dragon Ball Super Fusion World content, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite alt art is of this set, and what leader you're hoping to play out of this set. And until the next video, take care.